beauty of the desert. And the work in the garden goes on. I've done a video the other day, but then I never uploaded it, showing the work that I've done out here. Our friend who's brings us the limbs and the mulch had brought more, and so had right. Let me see. Where am I at? I got a new film in there. So right here in the front and then back here, I'd had two piles from where I'd sorted that had limbs that were ready to shred, and then ones that I needed to trim down before they would go in the chipper. And then our friend had brought more, and this pile of limbs, and then in the front of it there had been another big huge pile. And so Sunday evening I came out here and ran the chipper and got a bunch of that cleared out. So now what I've got left is this pile that I'm going to trim up. There's a lot of straight pieces in there that'll be good for posts. So I need to trim the side limbs off that can go through the chipper and pull out posts. And then most of that pile I can trim up for posts and then run anything left through the chipper. I got this pile of wood chips out of everything that I did the other day. I was so happy with myself. Of course, I forgot and left my mug out here. I've been contemplating for days how to design a little shed to shelter the chipper. I think I've almost got that figured out. I'm just going to have to clear out right here. I'll just take some sand and gravel from the driveway, put that down for a base, and then build a little shed right there to keep the chipper out of the weather, keep ne'er-do-wells from taking it. Trying to figure out the camera on this new phone. I'm not quite sure what that button is for, but things are looking nice out here. I have more blossoms. I just haven't been hearing as many bees lately. I had Kiki from Urban Girl Gardening had asked me more about the globe mallows. Here they are. There's the lovely flower that they put on. The bees love them. And I've got plenty of squash blossoms as well, so I'm wondering where the bees are. Yesterday I did hear a few over in the amaranth. I need to pull up some of this globe mallow, the younger ones here, and pot them up for one of my co-workers. I'll have to see what all I can do to share some, because I have globe mallow everywhere. I need to get in here and work on the tomatoes as well. And the spaghetti squash. Those two are starting to turn yellow, so I'm wondering if they're just about ready to harvest. And then, of course, I have loads of green tomatoes. I keep anticipating them ripening. I have a couple more Cushaw squash. Here's another globe mallow with lots of blooms on it, plus a lot of seeds. So there will be more. Maybe I should collect the seeds and start more globe mallows and see if I can sell them. It should be amazing. Oh, so much to do. I'm thinking I'll do more trellises everywhere as I have time. But first I want to get the shed done. And I need to identify these beauties. They're quite lovely. But I've got to get out here and thin out some of this so I can regain my paths between the beds. The squash goes everywhere. I'll go ahead and let this one go everywhere this year. This one is a calabash squash. I'd ordered the seeds from Etsy. It is winding around everything. I redirected a little bit. There's another little baby one down there that sprouted more than a month after these did, and I planted them on the same day. Oh, just so much work to do. I'm trying to figure out in my head exactly what to do. And this little space, that old tent had been laying there when we got the rain and when everything else came up. So it appears that ants took it over because it was bare. I'm thinking I will put some rocks around this and fill it with compost and have that in a kind of odd shaped but unusual little bed for next year. Let's see. I do believe those are the chia establishing well. Now, from everything I read, chia is actually a southwestern U.S. and northern Mexico desert plant. So they should do well now that they're getting established. I'll just need to spread them out a little bit, perhaps, because they're supposed to get very large. Clear up around this little olive tree. This one's doing well. It will be years and years before we have any olives from that. There should be more chia coming up over here. Oh, this olive tree came back, maybe? Nope, that's something else. I'd had another olive tree over here. I bet that's a chia. The olive tree that was over here had been doing well, and then all of a sudden wasn't. And so now it is gone. There's not even any sign of where it was originally. But that's okay. I had a good price on 6 tiny little baby olive trees. And let me see, that one didn't do well. 3 of them are doing well. Pull some of the other plants. There's one. This one did not make it, I don't believe. I don't see any remnants of it. But this one is thriving. So, 3 of the 6 are doing well and are well established. Oh, so much work to do. And there's the sun. We don't have clouds today, so we don't have the colors throughout the sky above the sun. But look at the neon color. Isn't she amazing? So much to do, so much promise. And I have many of these little yellow flowers. So it adds to my wondering of where did the bees go? Because 2 weeks ago, they were swarming throughout the garden. Now it is quiet, but I still have the butterflies. There's just a little tiny yellow one fluttering over there, and I'm not sure if I can get it now. It landed somewhere. Where'd it go? That's going that way. I don't think I caught it. This coming weekend, there are no birthday parties, no gatherings of other types. If the weather's clear, Micah and I can work out here. She's actually gotten where she doesn't want to be out here as much, because I focus on the gardening and not on her. And she wants me to be watching as she's doing tumbles and flips and such. Oh, goodness. Look how lovely the sweet potato vine is there. And I have another one there. It's all quite beautiful. I'll come in on this globe mallow again. So if Kiki's watching this, I think perhaps I should gather seeds from this. Just so, because there will be plenty. So this is loaded with seeds here. There will be. These are all seeds developing. The bees absolutely adore the globe mallow. So much to do. But it will keep me busy. And as I tell people, it keeps me out of trouble. Let me see over here. Sorry folks for zooming in and out. I'm playing with my new camera. Let me see if it will zoom in over there. Still trying to remember if that's huckleberries or sunberries that I planted there. I didn't do a good job of labeling things this year. Or writing things down in a notebook. So, on the spring garden wrap-up that people have been doing, thank you, T-Nog. One of the things that I want to do better as I go along with the fall garden and then also with next spring's garden is write down in my planner what I have planted and where, so that I'm not constantly trying to remember what is in each section of the garden. If I remember correctly from my research, though, for the huckleberries and for the sunberries, neither of them is super sweet. You have to put sugar with them as you preserve them. I'm going to pause this for a minute and see how well this will do if I flip it around. Okay, nix that. I'm not going to try that. It's just going to be one of those days where all you get is the view of the garden. And I'm not sure what that is that came up on top of that mound. But I'm sure whatever it is, if it's not good for us to eat, I'll have to do some research. It will be good to feed the ground as a green mulch. Oh, but there's more sweet potato vine here underneath it. So much beauty and so much that needs to be harvested. And so much harvest to come. All those green tomatoes. And so much potential. I am planning on building more arbors like this from Box Springs. I want to get a little bit more work done first, and then I'll start scrounging up more materials. I need to use the materials I already have before I add more. Now, what is this little thing on my arm? Oops. I am not sure. That's not blowing off. Now maybe I should call one of the local beekeepers and see if they want to set a hive up in here. Yes, I would welcome the bees. I had so many earlier that I didn't think I needed to make a phone call. But perhaps I do. Or establish my own eventually, but for now I don't have a hive. With the wind blowing like it is today, if I was back home I would think a storm was coming, or at least a mild rain. There's not a cloud in the sky today. Look at the trees. See if I can capture that, the way that tree is dancing. Oh well. I had better go inside and get ready for work. I'd prefer sitting out here in the garden and getting work done here. But there's always paperwork that needs to be done in the office. And I will close once again on the beautiful Globe Mallows. Be blessed, my friends.